Okay, I feel like this might sound crazy, but I don't know. I was just in my car thinking about forgiveness, and it just made me cry for some reason. So I'm like in a weird state of mind. I came to the gas station because I was thinking about getting cigarettes, and I'm like, I don't even want to do that. A, it's a waste of money. B, I'm not supposed to be smoking. But then at the same time, I was like just crying. Oh, plus there's a bunch of people here, and I don't like going in stores with a bunch of people. But yeah, so then I wanted to talk about this. I was thinking about making this video and just uploading it on private, but I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. But it's something I should talk about, I think. So what happened last night is I went to see my ex-boyfriend, and I had sex with him. Let's see, we broke up in July. I stopped seeing him in November. And then what happened after I stopped seeing him in November? Last night, it's like what, today's June 27th. So last night I went to go see him. I ended up having sex with him, which was stupid, obviously, because he's not my husband. We broke up for some reasons. Anyway, yeah, now I have a fucking hickey on my neck, which sucks. And I'm just like, in my head, I fucking reinstated a covenant with the demon, and I'm like having, you know, witchcraft. Like, I don't even know if I can explain this or not. But yeah, that's what happened. So I don't know what to do. And you know, the fucked up thing is I don't feel like guilty about it. I prayed about it, and when I prayed about it, because I was like worried, like, oh shit, this is going to reinstate a covenant with a demon, which it's a demon I already cast out, and prayed about breaking that soul tie, which I feel like, whether it was broken or not, since I fornicated with him, isn't that going to be reinstated now, and I'm going to have to deal with that again? But I prayed about it, and what came to my mind was when I first got saved, and I prayed to God that he would forgive me for all my sins, like past, present, and future, and that he did. Like, I really believe when I prayed that God did forgive me of my sins, and I feel like it's kind of like shake the dust off your feet and move on. Like, I feel like I could just shake the dust off my feet and move on, and, you know, not do that again. And really, I'm like, oh, well, I didn't, like, cry about it, and I didn't feel, like, bad about it, and I feel like I didn't even repent about it. But maybe I did repent of it, because, it's not something I'm trying to do again. Okay, so then that brings me to my next point. When I was talking to my ex last night, I like told him, like, and I always say this when I leave him, I'm like, don't contact me. Like, when I talk to him, whenever I see him since we broke up, I'm like, don't contact me. Like, do not contact me. Not last night, but the time before that, I like texted him this long message, like, don't contact me, because like, all you want me for is like whatever your own selfish reason is, and you don't actually give a fuck about me, and I don't need that. Like, that's not a good situation for either of us to be in. It's not a healthy relationship. Anyway, so then just now as I'm driving here from work, I'm like thinking about it, and I was like thinking, well, first, before that, okay, I've been thinking about the way this is, whatever he wants from me, like, usually I think when he contacts me, it's because he's having a rough time, and he used to be my best friend, right? So, I mean, we had actually a really good relationship for the most part. The thing is that I'm, like, religious, and when I'm sinning all the time, living in sin, I feel, like, really bad about my whole entire life, because my whole life is going to shit. That's what happens when you live in sin. And so, like, I have this, like, constant guilt of not following God and of my, like, sinning. Like, you know, it catches up to you. Anyway, so I had to break up with him because I was like, this is fucked up. Like, I need to follow God. Anyway, so I told him before I left him that I forgive him, and I feel like it's helped me to actually forgive him, because every time I, like, leave him or talk to him, I'm like, don't contact me again. Like, I still have all these feelings that I'm working on processing. Anyway, when I said I forgive him, I just realized this, like, just 5 minutes ago. I think I did forgive him. I think since I said that, it helped me to actually forgive him and actually let go of all of our problems. But then I had this thought, which is probably not a good idea, is that, because he said last night, well, when you're over me, just let me know so we can be friends. He said something like that, and I was like, well, I guess I'm over it now. Maybe we could be friends. I don't think we can be friends, really. Bad company corrupts good character. And I have enough bad company already as far as the character of people, and, like, pretty much no one, well, yeah, I don't even want to say that. Anyway, so I was thinking about texting him, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, so then I was just thinking about forgiveness, and then I just started crying for some reason. Oh yeah, so then the witchcraft part. Let's see. How do I explain this? Oh yeah. Okay, so whatever he wants from me is, like, usually to, like, be some kind of comfort to him, or to, like, make him feel better about a situation. And I realized earlier today on one of my work breaks when I was driving around, I realized I can do that, but the way I do that, like, I could, like, send him a clip of a song, or send him a picture of something, or be thoughtful. It, like, pretty much I could do something that's gonna evoke a certain emotion from him, and I feel like that is emotional and mental manipulation. Like, I could do it, and the thing is, I like, grew up in a kind of fucked up environment with a lot of mental and emotional manipulation around me, and I feel like I'm really good at this, and I spent years of counseling trying to recognize this behavior so that I could stop doing it. And now that I, like, am convicted about witchcraft and shit, I fucking see it everywhere, and it's freaky. So I could, like, do something that's gonna evoke a certain emotion in him, which, I mean, if you needed comfort, I could say something to him that would give him that sense of comfort. If I don't know. I do know. I just am thinking about it too much now. Anyway, I was, like, thinking, because I was having, like, a whole bunch of evil thoughts about the situation, that I could send him something, and then I realized, well, if I send him that, I think it's gonna, you know, even though it's something that he wants, it's gonna evoke, like, pride and arrogance and, like, a cocky kind of attitude of his own heart. And when that happens, it's witchcraft. It's emotional manipulation, right? Manipulation, I think, is from the Jezebel spirit. And then the sister spirit to Jezebel is just the spirit of witchcraft, right? Yeah, it goes hand in hand. So, I mean, I feel like if I did that, right, I could make him feel better, but I'm gonna die and stand before God, who I know, and who also is a judge, and a good judge. He's a just judge. And I feel like he's gonna ask me, what the fuck am I doing? And then, not just that, I, like, think far ahead of it. I'm like, that if I do that, if I evoke those things in his heart and bring that up in him, that is gonna cause all kinds of problems in all kinds of relationships, and it's just gonna be like something bad. It's something I don't even want to do. But now I'm just like, I keep thinking a lot about that, the way that witchcraft is happening in this relationship, and fuck. I don't know. I do know. I do know. So, I don't know. I really should just pray about it. Oh, and then the other thing that happened, not the reason why I'm thinking about it, but his sister's on my Facebook, and she posted something about, like, physical abuse is not okay. And the reason why she said that is because he called me because his girlfriend punched him in the back as he was walking away. They were, like, getting in an argument, and she was getting mad, and I think she might have called him racist or something. But yeah, they got in an argument, and I think she's, like, kicked him out or something, like, said, oh, if you don't like it, get up and leave, something like that. I don't know what happened, but he was getting up to leave, he was walking away, and she just punched him in the back, and so they broke up, and then, yeah, so when his sister posted that on Facebook, I knew she was posting that because of him. Well, I don't know that. I think that. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. And I'm just like, when I saw that, I was like, oh, I should just pray for him. And I have been praying for him a little bit, but not enough, because I'm, like, having all these other thoughts in my head and, like, freaking out if I reinstated a demonic covenant, and I don't know. So I'm just, my mind is, like, a crazy mess, but I just had to make this video. I don't know if it should be public or not. I don't know. Hey, what if I film all my videos with my hat over my face? Okay, maybe not. I should leave this gas station. I need to go. Okay, goodbye.